So I haven't been talking much about Gray Zone Warfare. Their latest devlog showed some really cool ballistics tech. The murmurs around the community have been solid and people are clearly getting hyped, but I've been waiting for raw gameplay. And today we have it courtesy of IGN. So I want to weigh in and talk about everything we're seeing in the video on your screen. My name is Big Fry. Leave a like on the video and make sure to join the BenQ monitor giveaway that's happening right now. There's only a few more days left, and if you want to check out the entire BenQ monitor lineup, click the links down below. Gray Zone Warfare. I think the first thing we obviously all notice about this is just how good this game looks visually. Like, the shadows, the lighting in this video is some of, I think, the best in the FPS space. This is clearly the next gen indie shooter Unreal Engine 5 experience. And from the looks of the video, the game is running fairly well. It starts off with, it looks like what would be a 4-man team waiting for the helicopter to come in and take them to their LZ, and then they can go and start the mission. And when that helicopter takes off, man, you can see like the wind from the choppers affecting the foliage around them and stuff. This is genuinely impressive from like an indie developer standpoint. I know these guys made a lot of mobile games before this, but I think this game is completely self-funded and self-published by Madfinger Games. The draw distance here, like, I'm not seeing anything that really is a cause for concern visually. What I am a little concerned about first off the bat is the fact that this helicopter is seemingly run by like an AI. So it's just a pathing and it drops you off at designated LZs. But like, what happens if there's a group of players just camping the LZ? I guess you're just forced to, I guess, just move on foot. The reflections off the subtle water effects in the fields look fucking fantastic. Like, visually, I can't get enough of this game. The animation work on the first person anims are really good. I will say the third person animations could use a little bit of work in the upper body. They are a little bit stiff. They feel like you're just looking at bots running around. But also, as the bottom right of the screen says, this is a pre-alpha environment. The game is going to early access soon, as far as we're aware. So, I mean, we're still at the beginning stages of, I would say, like, the community involvement for like this type of criticism. I'm actually very happy with where it's at. I will say, in regards to this video, it is a slow burn start. It takes about 4 minutes to get into any sort of combat engagement or scenario, which for me, I am fine with from like a gameplay perspective. If I was playing this, I'd be having a blast just kind of moving through the environments and looking around. I just hope that people don't find this portion of the video too boring. But alas, we get our first combat. They accidentally run into a couple of guys near a bridge, and you know, bullets rain out. They take them out pretty easily. The AI didn't really look like much of a threat there. He does take a couple of shots. His screen gets a little bit blurry, but it doesn't look like he actually gets hit there. So they take the guys out. One thing I'm a little worried about here, or wondering why they didn't really loot them at all. So I don't know what the reason for that is. We get a couple of sniper shots with a guy kind of long range. And it's weird. The AI didn't look like it really reacted to like he took a shot and then just started like strafing left very slowly. The AI kind of worries me about what I'm seeing here so far. But it's cool. We do get this gameplay edited from multiple perspectives, which I love in games like this. So they take a couple guys out on the road. They got the sniper kind of watching from the bridge area that they took earlier as the other guys kind of move into this village. And like I said, everything I'm seeing so far is very cool. The quality level and like, I would say like the polish level at this point is genuinely impressive. It excites me because they're going to early access with what looks to be a very solid foundation, which is something that I stress more than ever in 2024. They take out a couple more guys kind of sitting long range down the road a little bit. You can barely see the guys on screen, but they are running around. And again, from the perspective of what we're getting in this video, the AI don't really seem to be that much of a threat. One thing I'm also noticing is I'm not hearing any voice lines from anybody. The AI, I'm not hearing any like, you know, get them, like nothing is really going on. We get a little bit of ambient noise with some birds and crickets moving around, but the combat generally feels kind of lifeless from what I'm seeing. But we do get our first look at combat, and we're watching Marek here. He gets shot, so he kind of ducks into cover behind some boxes, and you can see at the top of the screen they have a hotbar system. It kind of is like, you know, when you're playing Tarkov, I'm guessing you can like put stuff into like your front pockets that you can access, you know, easily. And it looks like he pulls out some sort of combat tourniquet and he starts to kind of go off. The animation work here is fucking sick. The audio here on some of these shots is actually fucking dope as well. Marek does get shot again, but he has to take out the AI that is kind of shooting at him. It doesn't look like the other guys have angles, and he's gonna have to, it looks like he's gonna have to medic himself again. He pulls out a bandage, and you can see him start to kind of wrap this gauze around his arm. Again, the animation work here is fucking fantastic. The gauze is a little silly and a little bit thick, but it is what it is. But no, from everything I'm seeing so far, like, they do have a very solid foundation here, and I don't want to commentate over the entire video, but what I'm seeing so far is making me a little bit excited. We still need to know more about, you know, how these different quests are going to work with the different factions. Obviously, these guys are doing some sort of mission within this village that they go kind of close to their HQ from. The one thing I am concerned about is still, like, what does this gameplay loop look like? We go do a mission, we come back, we get, you know, some gear, we go do more missions. What I would love to see moving forward, if they were to do more raw gameplay, is the ability to string multiple objectives along in a video. So I don't know what this mission is, but it looks like they're clearing some sort of like compound, but it'd be cool to see a long form video where you go and do this mission here, and then you have to take an LZ to another village or another compound and go do that, and just see what an actual like long form gameplay session would look like. As a start though, I'm very happy that Grayzone was willing to put out raw gameplay so we can actually see the game at work. We know it's real. There's no fucking doubt in my mind that this game exists. The leaning and entering, dude, the lighting in this spot here going into this building is fucking phenomenal. We get the fluorescent kind of tube up top, puts like the green kind of bluish lighting inside. Their design work is some of the best I've seen. A lot of props littered around in these buildings too. It's not just empty fucking bullshit like other survival games. This is actually one of the best looking indie titles I think I've ever seen. In terms of like a realism, stylized, colored, lighted, polished perspective, genuinely impressed. So it looks like they go to grab the cell phone on the table, and then I'm guessing they have to extract. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and commentate over the entire 23-minute video, but that gameplay is up on IGN's channel right now, and I will have a link so you guys can go watch the entire thing down below. From everything I'm seeing, I do have a couple of concerns, things about the AI, and then as well as stuff that we have just not seen in this video, the actual gameplay loop of, you know, doing these missions. What does it mean for like faction rep and stuff like that? But in terms of like core gameplay design, this is looking really, really good. I think getting a couple of the homies in here to actually play around and do one of these missions and actually communicate, that's one thing we didn't see here. And I think it might have been for the better, but I would love to see like what it's gonna be like when gamers get in here and are actually communicating, like, you know, watch my left, hold up, I got a bandage up, and just see what that kind of game experience feels like. I think you guys are gonna be fucking impressed when you see that kind of footage coming out. This game genuinely looks fucking awesome, very visually impressive, audibly impressive. I can't wait to be able to put a video out with my hands-on impressions and tell you guys exactly how I feel about Grayzone Warfare. But for now, I'm very psyched that Madfinger Games decided to go out and just go to IGN and be like, here's some raw fucking gameplay. This is what we have. This is what we're going to early access with, because as an early access product, especially as somebody who has covered a shit ton of terrible tactical shooters going to early access, this looks like it could be the best one I think I've ever covered. My brain goes to the recent one, Direct Contact, and there's no direct comparison. It's literally night and day. So with that, guys, I'm gonna leave a link to the IGN video down below. My first impressions here is I'm fucking impressed, and I'm excited to be able to talk more, play more, and get you guys real gameplay from gamers who can actually get their hands on it. And whenever that is, I think you guys are gonna be psyched. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out the entire video down below. As always, my name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.